why we should stay away from it. I ain't the remote. So table of contents. First we have the introduction, moving on to the body, what I think are the main solutions for the problem, and then a closing conclusion. To lead you off, did you guys know that 60% of Americans think a third major political party is needed? And could I get a show of hands for people who agree that at least 3 is needed? That's not bad, it's like roughly 50%, not bad. And the objective today, to showcase how the two-party system limits democratic choice, creates political division, and fails to represent American interests. Which is like the whole point, right? Results of the two-party system. It leads to voters forced to choose the lesser of two evils. The last 3 elections have never been about who I really want, it's who I don't want. So, supported by showing, and this is by Pew Research, that both parties viewed poorly, and a quarter say roughly neither represents them at all. And this results in things like the results in 2 unappealing options, and it does not promote a healthy democracy. It creates an us versus them mentality. This results in division in our country, leads to ideological extremes, and this is explained in the two-party trap by Mr. Ginsburg, and says that Americans are more divided today than at any other point in history. And this system of opposing extremes undermines bipartisan cooperation and limits progress on key issues that matter to Americans, like inflation, the biggest one right now, arguably. And of course, it undermines democracy, which limits voter choice and promotes conflict, and it's just designed to fail. It does not represent the diverse views of Americans. This is supported by sources stating that countries with multi-party systems show higher satisfaction and engagement compared to the United States. And this is supported by saying the two-party system fails to reflect the will of the people, leaving many millions of voters feeling voiceless. So what can we do? This is probably all of us in the last election, but there's no reason to give up. Here are some potential solutions. My personal favorite, ranked choice voting. Voters rank candidates by preference, encourages broader field of candidates, and gives voters more influence. So as you can see, you get your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and you're voting on multiple candidates, and it really actually promotes more than 2 people being voted for. And this one is a little more sketchy to me because I think it's because it's European. And it allows multiple parties to gain seats based on the percentage of the vote they receive, providing a more accurate reflection of the views. Like I said, many Europeans use this. So as you can see, even though like these percentages are different, 40 and 35, they have equal representation, and 20 only got 1, but pink is just left out. And in conclusion, the two-party system sucks, and George Washington says it leads to a spirit of revenge, which is, he predicted this like 300 years ago, so like why would we listen to him? And I think really the only solution is a reform of the structure, as well as a mentality for us Americans. And is there any questions? So I made one up, please, just one.
Did you vote?
I did.
Who did you vote for?
Donald Trump.
Wait, follow-up question, why didn't you vote for a third party?
Because I truly believe that, I also like the idea of like the whole joke of like canceling my girlfriend's vote out, because that was like the whole thing. But I truly think a third party vote isn't a worthy vote right now. And some people disagree.